is I feel like African creators, we have to play by different rules from like American creators. I see them doing stuff that we are not allowed to do. One thing that you realize is anyone who's trying to cancel you is not a true fan. True fans don't cancel you.
Democracies evolve at different rates. Tanzania is not Kenya yet. Their democracy in terms of freedoms, liberties is slightly behind, and it's like forcing a 4-year-old to be a 10-year-old, you know.
Men worry about a woman's past, a woman worries about a man's future.
Every other time with Eric, the gentleman in front of me needs no introduction. Friend of the show, personal friend, the podfather, podcaster extraordinaire. Mwafreeka is in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. You?
Long time no see.
Yeah, kiasi, man. It's been a minute because I think tulipichana kwa hewa. Ukienda AC, mimi natoka AC.
Yeah. You sold it well, man. It lived up to everything you said it would be. Cape Town specifically.
Yeah.
I did 10 days?
Oh, okay.
Well worth it, man.
See, I think tulifanya, was it 7 days? 6 days?
7 days is solid. Yeah. 7 days is solid.
Yeah.
Last time we met was at the dinner, eh?
Yes.
At the podcast. But then Sajid got a feeling, thought it was racism.
Oh, shit. Damn. So I'm sure Sheila is watching this. Next time, Sheila.
Sheila, first of all, thanks again for that wonderful dinner you threw us. It was amazing.
Yes.
I'm still using some of the gifts you gave us. And yeah, Sajid thought it was pure racism. It's like, man, this is because I'm a chuti. It can't be anything else.
Yeah.
How have you been though, man? How is everything?
I've been good. Siwezi complain. A few scares here and there because of history yetu ya podcasting. When you get some of those kibe letters, they're scary, man.
Kibe letters?
Yes, those ones of like you get a warning.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I want to talk about that a bit because I thought you said scared, but we'll also get into cancellation.
Yes,
but I thought you were saying, I thought you were about that. But now, talk about that. You got a strike.
Not a strike. I got a warning. And I got a warning based on show nilifanya juu. There's a clip I did about TZ. So the clip, like I did it on October 29th. So they said that part of the footage that I'd used was old footage. Nacheki.
What was the clip about?
And the clip was what TZ wakiwalk around, wakisema, huu si uchaguzi. How can that be old? Tried to argue it out. They didn't listen to me. They said the warning stays. So now, because of that warning, I have to like walk a very
is it warning like, you know, the corporate, like my company?
If I get another warning, I'll get a strike. And then you get 3 strikes and you're out. Eh?
You guys so crazy that
I'm walking on a tightrope. And what I don't like about that is I feel like African creators, we have to play by different rules from like American creators. I see them doing stuff that we are not allowed to do. And it's just one of those conversations that I don't know who needs to have with them. Because my model is something I've modeled from Abba and Preach. Yes. So I get stuff from social media. I get stuff from what. So this one, I think it's because of, you remember even Mangi, Kimambi. Mange Kimambi, yes. How she was gotten off like Facebook na nini. So I think it's that. I think the TZ government somehow was able to convince to that something that I used was not real. And it was all real. So it was all from that day.
The reality is this. I also work for corporate, and from the policy we have things like verbal warning, verbal caution,
yes,
official caution, warning. One can be struck out after a few months. There's some that
this will be struck out after 3 months.
Of course,
so 3 months. But you see, there's nothing that I used that was not from that day. So that's where it's messed up.
I'm getting there. There's something called also a summary dismissal. You know, you come to work drunk and the likes. But what you quickly realize, and I think a lot of people have been saying, including Kibe, of course, why he was chucked could be different. But the idea around why he wanted to form his own conglomerate was to try and just create and curate your own rules. Same thing Rumble have done, Rock, all those other platforms. Is power supports power.
Yes.
So a government purporting that Mwafreeka in Kenya, through his videos, is threatening the stability of our country. I'm sure they used some very nice language to communicate.
By spreading misinformation.
To YouTube. And I'm sure YouTube were like, hey, we don't want a country being toppled at the behest of YouTube. And they're like, this guy has been solid so far, able to mstue like a warning. So I'm sure it was just someone who wrote an official, very official.
Yes.
Or made a call. Maybe a guy just called someone in wherever YouTube is domiciled. I'm sure this guy's take a government calling them very seriously. And they had to appear to take some action.
Yes. Yeah. So, because I kept asking, like, which part was misinformation? Then they were like, to be fair, they can't tell me which part was misinformation. So with that, what I noticed lately, all my videos have disclaimers. So people are there because people want you to be gangster. Show inaitwaje Iko Nini na ni gangster. It's because it's my work. I can't be also stupid and try to prove a point. You see?
Do they respect disclaimers?
I think with the disclaimers, what I'm trying to put is, remember they say that part of the Nini was misinformation. So now, nearly check, like, people always put that this is based on news and so it's based on that. So if there's any misinformation, hopefully they can see it was not intentional. Now check it. So it's reached a level where even like when I was doing the Jirongo thing, there's a place where there's a driver looking at the Mercedes-Benz and they're talking. And I had to say that I got this on social media. I'm not 100% sure if it's real. Because right now, I don't know. Like, and that's the messed up thing about being an African creator. Because I can guarantee you American creators are not going through that. Remember, Trump was just paid $24 million. Yes? So we were playing with different rules. This is very different from what watasema maybe it's the same as Kibe. No, Kibe ilikuwa the manosphere. They went for everyone in the manosphere. From Fresh and Fit.
Can he come back? I've seen Myron. Myron Gaines. Put Myron Gaines on the screen. Myron Gaines is back.
Is he monetized?
I would think so. Because I remember we talked about how he was exiled for a while.
See, him was just demonetized. They were never. The only person who was uprooted kabisa was Kibe. But Fresh and Fit were demonetized. You understand? Yeah, so they were demonetized. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going through. So now I have to play by these rules where you don't know what crime you committed. Specifically, come to misinformation. Because, that's the last thing I'm trying to do. Do you know how messed up that was? It was so messed up that afterwards, I did a video. And the video I talked about how Ida Odinga was talking about Babu. And when people convinced me it was not Babu, I pulled it down just to come and discover she was talking about Babu. Because I was 100% sure.
They shook you, eh? They checked you a bit.
They're like, am I spreading misinformation? Because, I don't go out of my way to sit down like, but I need to spread misinformation. Use this 7-second clip. Because it's 7 seconds on a 37-minute clip. 7 seconds.
But isn't there, like in my description, I'm very clear. It's in my description.
They don't care about the description.
They don't?
Just care about the video.
So even if you say this is all entertainment, I'm not indicting myself. I have a very clear statement in my description for my YouTube channel about what my content is and what it's not. Like I'm very clear that it's for entertainment purposes.
Put it on. Come on, chikika mic check. Mic check always have that. When mic check is starting, notice there's a disclaimer. Apart from that, Kibe used to have a disclaimer. People claim Kibe didn't have a disclaimer. Kibe used to start, this is the Kibe comedy show. Don't. So that was a disclaimer. But I think for very long I've not worked with disclaimers because I can never go out of my way to spread misinformation. What do I benefit from that? You understand? So for me to have been told I'm spreading misinformation, first of all, it pissed me off because it's not something that I do. And second, it scared me because there's no recourse. Wakishamua ameamua. You can never convince them otherwise.
The man.
Yes, you can never, you're there like, this all came from October 29th. Like TZ, there's never been a protest before October 29th, elections. There's never been a protest. So they said it was misinformation. And I just had to take it on the chin. So now I have a situation whereby I've gotten warnings before, yes. Ingine happened ikiwa Dubai. This was scary. I was in the desert. Then, poof, we've removed your video. Zilikuja mbili, back to back. The first one was about Kibe. Vile Kibe alikujaga the first time, he said that he understood some things that Ruto did. I won't use the word. So vile alitumia word, they were like, that's spreading, it's putting people in danger. And then the second one, we were discussing investments. But somehow I think it was financial, and I didn't put a disclaimer. Ikaleta shida. So have mtu wa finance, make sure make a disclaimer.
I've used disclaimers for a few episodes. Ndura for sure.
Yes.
Ndura, you're like, hey.
So just make it standard practice.
I think I'll just, we'll just have a disclaimer.
Make it standard practice, and hopefully that protects us. Because as I keep saying, and this is something that I'd want to have one day, if vile Google kaga china watu, I don't want to ask them, why do we play with different rules? Like I watch American creators. Najua, like I get a lot of ideas from them. Like these short clips, apart from Kibe, the people that now I really got from, because remember Kibe used to do a big show, then cut it into small pieces. But this thing of like get a topic on anything and talk about it. I got it from Urban Preach. Canadian, those people push the envelope. Like inakuaga hapa to the edge. I'm always like, these guys are going to be banned. They never. I'll see them next time. It's fully monetized, fully what? They talk about things I never even think about talking about. Najua, kama ile the war happening. They talk about that.
Could it be that we are still a relatively smaller market compared? So I feel like they don't have, because in my interactions with YouTube, remember I told you my channel was hacked at some point, and I managed to get it back. But the correspondents felt like they were getting back to me at their time. Now, granted, it could be the size of the channel, but could also be regional. So I feel like,
it's regional, I think.
What if they don't have time to get to the nooks and the crannies of a video in Africa? Like to actually now find out, it's a government calling. By the time a government has called me, we don't have the time and resources to get down to the 7 seconds and examine it and get to the nuance of it and to confirm, let's just give this guy a warning. Could it be that? Could it be like a...
I don't know. Actually don't know. But I won't lie to you. Because it was something that... there are topics that I do that are controversial. And I'm always like, this one is controversial. Something might happen. This one I didn't expect. So that was scary. Because now it means that I can be there talking about my grandmother. And I'm told I'm spreading misinformation.
But doesn't this also speak to the idea that we need to have our own platform?
It's impossible.
It's impossible, but
it's one of those things.
Can't it be something we aspire to, though?
Yeah, but
because in the same vein that you're saying it's impossible, you're a pro keeping government in check. A lot of people would look at it also like, man, this kind of system is impossible to shake or remove, But we have to aspire to, because eventually we want a better Kenya.
Yes.
What about for the future generations to come? Are we gonna, as pioneers in this field, just let 20 years pass and then they come and they're also being treated like secondary?
I think the reason why I say it's impossible is, see, YouTube stands between us and advertisers. Yes, it's the connecting thing. Advertisers can't normally come directly to you if you tackle politics in the way that we tackle politics. So you see, they also offer us a buffer. They are the guys who are like, you know what, on our platform you can talk about anything because you don't deal with the advertiser. We deal with the advertiser. You understand? So there's that advantage. And for you to move out of that, you'd have to really change how the world works. For example, even right now, do you know that even in America, they spend on advertising, they still spend more on radio than they spend on like podcasts. You understand? And people are moving away from radio. Like if you look at Gen Alphas, know nothing about radio. They can't even tune a radio station. You see? So you expect, because that evolution is happening, you expect like everyone to be moving away from, but they're still very old school. So with that old school mindset, the same thing is, the worst thing is, unless you're selling subscriptions, yes, you need YouTube. If you're selling subscriptions, you don't. You don't even need Spotify. You don't need anything. You just need yourself. But now we deal with an audience that's predominantly not financially well off. So you need a very big pool. And you see, YouTube gives you that global audience.
What about an Africa-based audience? Although we have language issues.
How long would it take it? YouTube is 20 years old. Like it's turning.
That's what I'm saying. For the future, I'm not talking about right now. All of these things are aspirational. It cannot be right now. Right now,
I'm still very skeptical because I've dealt with Kenyan advertisers, and one thing that you'll notice is there's a lot of favoritism. Ask yourself this: I have that Iko Nini couch, has 2 places for drinks. No one has ever approached me. No freaking drink has ever approached me. They know I don't drink alcohol, so a soft drink can kuja. Let's even leave Mwafreeka. Let's go to Abel Mtua. Abel Mtua does the whole juice party. Ushaona juice yote ki-advertise na Abel. So these are the people you're dealing with.
But I also feel like from my experience interviewing Americans, the guys who get me some serious bank, Kenyans are we don't buy stuff off ads. We're not influenced by ads, especially like on YouTube.
But just visibility. Let things be visible. Like a lot of people associate me with Lemfi.
Yeah.
Like even, what's his name? Siangani did a whole comedy set about women at Lemfi, and people are losing their shit. Ukienda online, and you'll hear people joke about Lemfi.
Do they pay you a monthly or do they pay you a percentage?
Yes, they pay me monthly, but based on performance, yes? So I've been performing really well. That's just based on that. So alafu pia not all advertisement should be about nini. Sometimes it can be about visibility. Yes, so you're visible. I make sure you're visible every day. I put you kwa people's minds, at the top of their minds every day. So when you look at all those things, it shows you dealing with the Kenyan advertiser is more complex than a lot of people who've not maybe kaa wewe uje work radio, sindo? Then you wouldn't know. It's not as simple as people think. People think, because I have a great idea, they don't care. Because I have the numbers, they don't care. Who do you know? You know no one. But you see, YouTube is different. YouTube is numbers. Do you have the numbers? We don't care who you know. So with that, it means you have to play this balancing
But
act.
aren't we also lagging behind in terms of consumerist culture also, which could be looked at as a good thing or a bad thing, depending how you want to measure society. America is a predominantly consumerist society, and for, of course, business people, it's amazing. But
Yes.
also as a culture, can be like, you guys are standing in line for how many hours for a new phone, you know? That's a culture that may seem strange to us. I see the way, like I reference American guests again. When I do a video with a guy like Big Homie and I do like even 50K views, I make a lot of money because of the eyeballs that watching this video and the ads and probably the translation rate from whatever they watch. So I'd imagine you've traveled. You remember like in Stato, the kind of ads you're seeing was a lot of easy to buy right now.
Yes,
burgers, drinks, gadgets.
Everything. Even Pia, they advertise Facebook, WhatsApp.
Beers.
They advertise things we don't think are advertised.
Yeah.
You'll see an ad for TikTok.
Yeah.
You see an ad for like WhatsApp, an ad for Instagram. You see, Sisi, we just ended up with Instagram without anyone advertising for us. How till today, they still advertise Instagram, they still advertise WhatsApp, they still advertise, and of course the cars, different cars like Infinity, what. So because of the economy size here. So I think that's another thing. Like even spending on content, that's also a cultural thing. That's why you'll find Kenyans in the diaspora are bound to support you more than Kenyans in Kenya.
I think all my members are diaspora.
Yes. You see why?
But if you haven't subscribed to the membership, go subscribe to the membership. You get episodes early, nice and fresh, about a week and a half early. So just check that out as well. It's $1.
Yes, because you know why? Because they're used to spending on content.
So we're cheap.
Yes, the Kenyan audience is not used to that. This is when now we are starting to get used to that. Going to concerts, paying a lot for concerts and what. So it's a culture that's growing. So yes, your dream. I remember even when Kibe came up with it, I dismissed it because I felt he was naive. Because you need advertisers. If it's a part where you're dealing directly with subscribers and they have the spending power, that's a whole other thing. Don't forget, even for someone like Kibe, his predominant audience was young men. 20, maybe 25 kwenda chini.
Purchasing power is not that great.
They don't have purchasing power. Nacheki. So when you look at all those factors, you're like, I need these people. So you have to play by their rules. Sometimes you don't agree with them, but you look at the bigger picture. There's my pride. I know my pride is hurt, and I know my feelings are hurt because I know I didn't do anything wrong. But on the other side, pia najua, let me play by the rules. Let me, for this amount of time, like now I want to go on, because from April, my next warning ilikuwa November, sindio? So that was 7 months. I want to see if now my next one inaweza kuwa December next
But
year.
you realize it's only cool until it's not. Like right now you're tolerating because of course the business side is still making sense. Like you said, the effect, maybe you felt a bit offended. What if at some point it's like it's all up in your face and you know you're innocent and this guy, I'm twisting you to play by that.
It depends with the, it depends with the money. Najua, because I can't be the guy who says that when people go to America, they need to assimilate. And then be the same guy saying that if I go to YouTube, I'll come up with my own rules. I have to play by their rules. So I'll have to know. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm avoiding TZ as much as possible. Just avoiding it. Because why? Because I'm not on the ground. At least Kenya niko kwa ground. Although Kenya it still scared me in a story. Like when I was doing the Jirongo thing, I was there like...
But it's a fair, I like that you say that because I feel like the TZ thing, in my opinion, I feel like we don't really know. Of course, we hear, but we don't know per se. And then I also say, in the same vein that we complain sometimes America meddling all over different countries, democracies evolve at different rates. Tanzania is not Kenya yet. Their democracy in terms of freedoms, liberties is slightly behind. And it's like forcing a 4-year-old to be a 10-year-old, you know. So I understand the nobility of not wanting injustice to happen, but I also see an argument against kind of interfering with their system. In as much as it may seem like, nah, you're not caring that guys were killed. We don't really know.
Yes.
We don't really know the nitty-gritty. And then also personal safety. Personal safety. If some of the things that person is said to be capable of.
Personal safety means finances also. If it's going to affect my finances, I'm like, this fight is too big for me. It's not a fight I'm ready to get into. And that's why I'm like, yeah.
Do you love Tanzanians that much?
Not that much. Not to the level of like throwing away my livelihood and just to win political points. Because ukienda online, people have been criticizing me for putting the disclaimers. We see. Like even there's that show that I did.
Those people, man.
Yeah, there's a show that I did with some kids. These kids that had been wrongfully accused of like unaliving their friend. And the CCTV footage showed they were 150% innocent. That's number one. Number two, they come to the podcast and they show clearly they didn't know this person.
So that's
they just met on that day. People are there like, why are they not remorseful for their friend? Because they were not friends. That's number one.
Put a collage first of all of Diamond. What's that other guy who was telling Diamond not talk about him?
Harmonize.
Put a collage of this guy speaking English, man. Like,
no matter what I'm going through, no matter what I'm facing, no matter what, I cannot forget where it came from. You understand that?
I'm being myself, me versus me. I don't look at anybody. What is he doing? What he has? What I have? What I have? You understand? Like what I have is what I deserve, man. So I don't want to see my name mentioned under him in any.
I think the guys we really have to lose our lives for, man.
Yeah. Yes. So kuna hiyo. So I think you Nini, I had to like pull down the episode for those kids and put a whole other disclaimer around it.
That one, why did you pull it down though?
I was being cancelled on Twitter.
Is that real?
Cancellation on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, but you understand, like my mental health was not in the right place because already I'm dealing with TZ. Being told I'm spreading misinformation.
TZ is a real one because TZ can actually have you killed.
Yes.
I was telling you, I pray for you that your plane never diverts to Tanzania.
Yes, I know.
Which is a real possibility. If you're flying into Kenya,
yes,
sometimes kill is our diversion. So, because you've said some very strong things to a person who's, if whatever happens to Boni was real, you know, you don't want to find yourself in that territory and under their rules because things can go south. So Tanzania one is a serious, tangible thing. This other one is different because
you see now, have you ever questioned yourself? So this happens. These kids are innocent kabisa, sindio? And they found themselves in a situation where we all can find ourselves in. So when I was doing the podcast, that was my focus. Like I kept quoting exhibits at the speed of life just to show people how life can come at you. Where these kids wake up, it's an innocent day, they go drinking, and after they're gone drinking, they're in a house. One has blacked out, another has Nini, another one is waiting for an Uber. Then two people who are friends decide to go to a different block. Them wamewamitio siku hawajui. So they're like, okay, bye. Unajua like you meet a stranger, they say bye, alafu unasema bye. This stranger decides that, you know what, I'm not going to go downstairs to use a lift, I'm going to jump. This stranger jumps, makes it. The next stranger jumps, does not make it. You go chini. These kids end up spending 7 days in prison. 7 days. And they're totally innocent. When they're free, what's the first thing that's going to happen? Are they going to be sad because someone died? Or are they going to be happy
that they're free?
That they're free. Naturally, you're going to be happy that you're free. A stranger died. And everyone will be like, no, you have no compassion. Do you know how many strangers die? Jirongo died on Saturday morning. I was making jokes, not about him, but about other stuff. Why? Because Jirongo is a stranger. Yes, I know him, but I don't know him like that. You understand? But if a death happens to me, to someone that I know closely, it's going to affect me.
You know, I've never faced backlash on that level, but I know how these motherfuckers work. If you yield, bro, they'll always feel like now Mwaf can take down an episode on the strength of us. They'll always try.
Yes. So what I did was I had to put your like the Nini part of they were declared innocent, so that people who don't have time to watch, because the ones who are going out there claiming their friends, at least wajue, alafu ndio saa show ianze. So I did that, put it back up again, and decided I'm not pulling it down. Of course, they shut up, because one thing that you realize is anyone who's trying to cancel you is not a true fan. True fans don't cancel you.
How is your mental health, Mwaf?
It's good. It's good.
You seem different.
Yeah.
You seem a bit different.
This. I won't lie to you. Like this year, it messed me up, because I was there like, am I wrong? Did I do the wrong show? You understand? Sometimes you doubt yourself. Eh?
Did you feel like? Did you have to check if you're cloud chasing?
Yes.
Within, like you have to.
Yes.
I've had moments like that. I hosted of course, on a way lighter note, I hosted a guy called Kadusko. You know Kadusko? And I remember after the episode, I felt like some cloud chasing shit, man. Because
I felt the same.
Because I'd always promised myself, like I always want to talk to people who I'm interested in, and that one was not. It was just like, this guy's numbers. Let's see how it translates. I remember after that, I felt like such a hoe, man. I was
you're out here popping pussy like
dancing
Akash.
for dollar like Akash's wife.
Yeah.
What do you think about Akash's wife? Put that story on the screen.
Correct me if I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
Is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Yeah,
What does a roster mean
that?
to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand. Have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, you know. Okay. So I was
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right.
So Akash is a famous podcaster, part of Flagrant with Andrew Schultz, stand-up comedian, famously held fresh and fit to the fire for espousing manosphere stuff. And he was like, me, I met my wife at 30. She was a virgin. I was a virgin. She was 22. We both met, got married, broke our virginities, and we've been living happily ever after. And the guy starts doing well, becomes a baller. She starts a podcast, and on her podcast, put some of the snippets of things she said, talking about popping her pussy at frat houses, talking about wanting to have orgies. So basically, she's not a prude. I know Indian girls are known to be prudes, innocent, dodging kisses, just clean stuff. And of course, now Akash had to clean it up. What do you think? Do you think she was virgin?
No, she wasn't, because he went on a pod with Andrew Schultz and said that she was a virgin, all this happened, she was just trying to be a character. But then you see, your lies catch up with you. They say when you lie, you have to remember. Sindio? What she forgot is she talked about dating some white guy who used to go down on her and would be mad if she was spotting. So you want to tell us this dude used to go down on you but never gave you the ultimate prize?
See, maybe and then after that, okay, guys, we have reached the end of this session.
So she can't even that's the worst thing about a lie. Nacheki alafu,
But
it made me learn something about virginity. Do you know why virginity was very crucial back in the days, like even in the biblical days? Do you know why?
No, well, apart from the vanity side of she's pure, no.
No, it wasn't about purity. It was about finances. So if you are rich, Sindo, and your son, you get a son, and you want your wealth to stay with your son, Sindo. So you want every kid that comes from like your son's household has to be your kid. So this is where virginity was important, because now you wanted to be 100% sure. Kuko na DNA tests. So you wanted to be 100% sure that the kids that wale wana inherit pesa yako ni watoi wako na wale wata inherit. So the wife had to be a virgin. Like you had to be the first guy to go in there. Because let's say amepepetua leo, alafu amepepeta kesho, alafu apate mtoi. What happens?
But isn't it just so you don't believe there's any chance at all that what she was saying was true and she was just playing around on different podcasts?
She was not playing around.
So
was not playing around.
doesn't that just speak to the fact that then women will be exactly what they need to be for you
Yes.
to benefit?
And if you put them on a pedestal, it becomes crazy. Like I always say, you can love a woman but never put her on a pedestal and never make her feel like if you lose her, your life is going to end.
Don't ever be a
And
sucker.
never be a sucker. And some people will take this as that means you don't truly love her, but no. You always have to have the like you have to understand that the two of you are individuals, and as individuals you cannot always be in the same journey. Like I'm on the same journey. At some point, she might decide this is not the journey for her, because it's women who normally ask for divorce.
But I'll take it a step further and say it might sound corny, but I think ultimately, at least how society is set up, men are the prize, bro. If you look at it objectively, especially if you have some version of success or you are the prize, bro. Even if you look at how we age vis-a-vis how women age, with every passing year, bro, your stock is going up. Have you improved or gotten? By all measures. See, things are getting better with every year.
Yes.
And that tends to be the case for the average man. Provided you're aspiring and you're moving and shaking, your outward things will tend to improve as years go by. In society, for the most part, women are looked at as there to help procreate. And of course, now with every passing year, that ability is also reducing. The vanity side of things, the looks are diminishing. You could be looking better at 50 than you looked at 25. So I think there's a part of growing up as a dude where you realize, actually, I'm the prize. So the idea of claiming that your life would end because your wife has left, it's a false idea.
Yes. So, but
You still
Akash is that sort of dude. Worship this girl. Have you seen the way she looks? Oh, she told me she's a virgin. Oh, she's not been touched. Kwenda huko, like it's so stupid and so.
Do you still enjoy marriage?
Yeah, I enjoy marriage.
What's your biggest challenge with it?
What's my biggest challenge is I'll never understand women. I always quote Chris Rock. I always say, and I hate most of my wife watches your podcast, but Chris Rock says you can never make a woman truly happy. Like women will always find something to complain about. It's just in their DNA.
And sometimes the complaints are the one she said yesterday. Today is the exact opposite.
Yeah. You understand? So because of that, sometimes as a dude, because we are very predictable, and we are like creatures of pattern, and we are very predictable. The philosophy are Nini, feed me, fuck me, shut the fuck up. Like that's us. So sometimes that's
a true statement. If you're watching women out there and you're looking for a man, feed me, fuck me, keep quiet for the most part.
Yes.
No,
so this STFU part is really hard for them, because sometimes they just want something to complain about, and it's normally messed up. Like me now, wife, we normally have those two fights where I'll just be chilling, having the best day of my life, and then she complains about something that has nothing to do with me. And I'm there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like imetoka happy, alafu somehow they never apologize, and they don't know they don't apologize. They never. We should apologize you.
The other day we had a quarrel with my wife, and I realized I was wrong. I apologized within, I think, 2 hours of our disagreement. And I just pointed out to her, did you see this happen within the same day? Like I just realized I was wrong. I apologized. My wife, women will find a long... My wife has apologized.
Yes.
But it took...
Yes.
She had to come from a different angle.
So,
but I realize why they're like that. It boils down to physical, Maf. We're still animals at the end of the day.
Yes.
And the idea that for the most part, a man can kind of physically subdue a woman. Women are born into society and immediately they're on the back foot, because that natural hierarchy already exists. So they're always operating from the back foot. That's why it's hard for them. They always feel like they have to go the extra, and I'm already sorry. Now you want me to say sorry. Like I'm already subdued. But you can imagine the kind of GBV that would exist if men were weaker. Can you imagine?
Oh, they'd be whooping us. Be karateing us.
But recently you surprised me, man. You really surprised. Back I called you. I was coming from a flight. I was driving. I was watching, because I always listen to your content.
Yes.
So I'm listening to you reacting to... Put the clip of Sajid and Kibe. When Kibe told the chick to just say, kama tunabomoana, before you bought the M5.
Yes.
Ladies, how are you? How are you doing?
I think I know you from
From where? That's what's up. Are you guys good? Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Hi.
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 Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
We're all good.
Yeah?
You guys are easy.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you headed to?
You want to come?
We wouldn't mind. Like, yo.
But you know me, I have to blast.
Okay.
I have to bomoa.
It's not bad. It's not bad, but then we have to like have a conversation about that.
No, at least we agree now, Mapema. Before you enter the M5.
The
Yeah, that's what's up.
And afterwards, I called you because you did a reaction video. You can also put a snippet of that where you're saying that you're shocked.
Yes,
I was shocked that you were shocked, especially because you're older than me.
Yes, because I've been in this game, yes, and I've like dated a few women. But one of the things, Mwafreeka, the thrill of the chase. And the thrill of the chase is where I don't know, am I going to get it? Am I not going to get it? You see? And I know there are people we've met like on the first day in Atukafanya, whatever we need to do. That has happened. But still, it was not done in a disrespectful way. Like the fact that there was a camera there. And this guy is like, mnataka kuingia kwa gari. Na mkiingia, we are going to smash. There's a camera there and you feel nothing. You're just there accepting everything. It's interesting. There's who else came? But there's this comedian called Adan. Adan? You need to host Adan. Adan, a very interesting guy. He said something interesting. They're like, yes, this girl could have accepted because alikuwa anataka kuingia kwa M5, but to actually do what she'd accepted is also different, because don't forget, consent is continuous. Consent is not, it's not once. It's a continuous process. That means at any point she can say no.
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think the thing Kibe was trying to assure is that let's not have any other idea of what this is from the word go. So if as you enter this car and we start making merit, start turning up and I'm trying to smash, don't act surprised. Like I put the disclaimer out there, don't act like you don't know what this is from the word go.
Yes.
Of course, no, it goes without saying. If someone at any point, even if you start smashing, say, I don't know, you cannot proceed because that, like any, you know, that one is if you're a normal human being, normal man, that one is not.
And you see, this is very important for young men, because me and you to understand what consent is, and we understand that it's a continuous process. But that car, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old, who might have access to an M5 from his dad, might not understand that if a girl gets into your M5 and tells you she's going to sleep with you, if she changes her mind, you can't say that before you got into the M5, you had accepted. It's a continuous process. So at any point, she can say that as a lie.
But also any normal man, let's get practical with this, because if I'm a 19-year-old and perhaps I don't have experience of life under my belt,
yes,
and perhaps the concept of no being consistent is new to me,
yes.
So I tell this chick, if you enter in my car to smash,
yeah,
she enters the car, we go do whatever, we're clubbing, and then now when I tell her let's go back and smash, she says no. The moment I start continuing to try smash after the no, you as a person, you recognize already I'm raping this chick or I'm attempting to rape this person. I don't think that needs to be taught. That's common sense.
Kitu really naisema ni, we always assume kuna who?
The moment
is it
you're
Ricky
pushing,
Gervais?
the moment you're struggling with someone to have sex with them and they're resisting in a real way,
yes,
you do not need to have been trained to know that this person said yes earlier and now they don't want.
Ricky Gervais usemaga that if you want to know that the average human on earth is dumb, kwa vitu kama bleach bado inakuwa imeandikwa do not drink. You understand? There are things you assume that na wewe tunajua haufai kukunywa. Hatunza umeona kitu imeandikwa poison, do not drink. Why? Because people are like that. So let's not assume that kila mtu ata understand, because when everyone sees that, like when these, especially young boys, let's be realistic. Tukiwa young, tulikuwa dem akisema no, you'd still try and insist. Oh, you see, as an older person, it's like no means no. Akikwambia mara ya kwanza, mpaka even girls complain, oh, these people don't
but there's nuance, Mwaf. There's nuance to it, and even saying that there's nuance to it, no means no, yes, but also technically you can differentiate no for now. Now I'm engaging, I'm physically crossing a boundary where I've been told I cannot cross this boundary.
Yes.
And consciously, any normal human being, male, would know that. So I think the message here was, and I think when I thought about it for a while, I ended up giving you some grace, was you've also been out of the game for a while. I
Yes,
think
yes.
so.
I've been out of the game, yes.
So I think you might not underappreciate how far society has disintegrated to. We see when we have men bowing down to the Andrew Tates of this world, what is happening on the flip side for women? They're bowing down to the quote-unquote
feminine
hoes.
Yes.
Get your money, get your bag, sell your pussy. Your pussy's the price, provided you're sexy, you can get anything you want to use your things. So that's also happening.
Yes.
On the other side. So that's why an M5 is a trinket. I bet you if you're Stock Island or standing holding shopping or waiting for a mat, bro, that could have gone differently. And they would have trended on the opposite side.
There's a very thin line between flirting and harassment.
Yeah.
So the same conversation
would have
from Mama Tatu. That's sexual harassment. That's its hit.
They would have trended. So I think it also spoke to that reality of where society has reached. And I think, of course, there's a socioeconomic element to that.
Yes.
Because people are not being empowered. So this OnlyFans culture has seeped all the way into even Africa, where making it is hard.
Yes.
There are no opportunities. I can use my body to make it. So I think that was more of the message there. Sad, I felt was a stretch, although you explained to me because you're a girl dad, so you're just projecting the idea.
Dad. So, ile story ya Biggie Smalls ya to make nini, so my make sure he makes enough money so that his daughter does not have to. There's something he says, and that's that to me. Like, I don't want my daughter to be impressed by an M5, and this is, I'm very respectful to anyone with an M5. Sindio, I don't want my daughter to be impressed to that level by a G-Wagon. Nataka akuwe na certain level of self-respect where this car does not, yes, it's an expensive car, but haifai kuwa, because of that, she's ready to, like on camera. Like, you understand? Like, it was so, I don't know, call it cringe. Like you know them. You understand the way, and this is a sound as misogynistic, yes? But to me, girls who are really proud of their body counts don't enthuse me. I don't want to hit it. Like, I've seen celebrities go like, oh, my body count is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, I would not even want to touch you. And remember, like, when you're, what is it called? When you're single, some celebrity girls are a prize. You know that thing.
Halle Berry.
Yes, and not just Halle Berry, even locally. Like, unaonaga, ukiwatch TV, uko like, kama wanaweza nipea. Then it takes me as a man to another level. You understand? If it's like a celebrity rapper, celebrity singer, celebrity actress, it's a news presenter, it's a what, they are the prize. Now check your design. So you'll see ukionaga even most of these like news presenters, they end up getting married to very rich dudes. Sindio? Because they're the prize. But now, do you feel a level where you're hearing this is a celeb and you're like, damn, you're a celeb and this is your body count? Like, you never cared? Because kuna zile body count even for dudes, and we are actively trying to boost our body counts, yes? There's even levels that it took us a long time to figure.
But for conversation's sake, why does body count matter?
If it's public
Okay.
like that, you know why? Because you also don't want. I think for men, we always lie to ourselves that women gave in to us because we are special in a certain sort of way. So if you are the special dude number 29, you understand it's not that special. Because even for you, kama body count yako imefika 29, you'll remember it took effort. Unless ulikuwa na hit hose, una paying, and you didn't care about how they look, then maybe ulifika hapo haraka. But if you cared about how the girl looks, how she handles herself, it took time to reach 29. 29 is a big number.
Objectively, that's a true statement, because even in many cases, men don't want, you would rather not even know. Yeah, of course, we're mature enough to know the chance of meeting a girlfriend and she's a virgin.
Yes.
close to 0%. But you also don't want to know.
You're being aghast.
Even if you don't want to know, man, that's just an ego thing. But all these things are nature, bro. It's just that they've gone to the extreme end. So your wife, my wife met me when I had less fortunes. But bro, I was very aspirational. The game I was talking, the things I was talking about, I think she could just project that. Hapa kuna forming in the future. I'm sure same as you.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's no different from, that's just a more refined version of the M5.
Yes.
Because trust me, Mwaf, if you are giving Bami energy, or if you was giving Bami energy, and talk to older men, by the guys who've been married 25 years, and then they tell you at some point they had some like a proper financial hit, and then their wives are looking at them sideways, and you look at her like, me, after 25 years, until now you're looking at me. It's nature.
But it's the same nature. So with the nature source I'm hivi, like men worry about a woman's past, a woman worries about a man's future. So that's why you worry your body count there.
I like that.
You also don't want them flani who, like on a random day she has a dick to hug, like you understand. Love pia niko nasema like we don't want
such a cool way of putting
it. She has 72 hours to hug a tree, and it's a different time sort of you don't want that, unajua, like so it's a very tricky balance, and girls sometimes don't want to believe that we are different. So ili nionyesha there's a reaction video I did. I don't know if you saw this chick. The chick was saying that she was walking. Msikie? She was walking, then a dude hooted at her in an expensive car and asked for her number, and she gave him her number. Then they went on a date, and what did the dude pull? He pulled the Andrew Kibe. He was like, after this, are we going to smash? And she was like, hell to the no. And she was offended, like, oh, you don't even know me, but you want to hug me. And then 1 minute you're like, that's what dudes do. But dudes don't have to know you. Then they lie to themselves that they're the same as us. Would you get offended if some woman...
Hell to the no is disingenuous on her part. Like, by the time you're yielding to entering that car, what? He's looking for friendship from a chick off the side of the road?
So nakwambia, like, the fact that... So she didn't enter the car that first day, yes? So ilikuwa, he has an expensive car, stops her, sindio? Gets her number. They go. They start flirting. Then they meet on a date. And on the date, even before the food is brought on the table, this dude offers dick. And you're like, after this...
Before the food?
It was like, after this, take it. And I can see the sausage on the menu, but...
Kebab.
Yeah.
So the guys say grace. Like you.
So Hash was like, she doesn't want that. And I remember, like, when I was reacting to it, I was saying, this is that feminine versus masculine energy. You can't say that you're offended because he doesn't know you, and then in the next same breath say that nyinyi na sisi ni the same. Me, if a woman in an expensive car stops me, alafu anipeleke out for dinner,
Mav's wife, I hope you're watching.
Akiniambia hapa, this is more in a different universe. Akiniambia hapo baadaye anataka kusmash, if she looks the way, because nikiendeo date, it means she looks a certain way. So I'm interested. I'm going to smash. And she doesn't even need to buy me lunch.
What if she doesn't look that way, but she has a confidence? You saw those Suluhu's Range Rovers, and she had at the swearing in, put them on the screen. What if she has like 3 of those convoy, and then she just wants Mwaf?
I might have to Festus Amimo. Do you know who Festus is?
Sounds familiar.
Festus Amimo is the guy they're saying allegedly alimeza Viagra and then ended up passing
the guy
away.
who died.
Yeah, I'd have to do that.
Yo, bro, you're how old?
45.
Do you need Viagra yet? Nah.
No, but have I used it? Yes, I've used it. I've used it like a couple of times, and it's interesting. Nishakonga joke kwa podcast, it makes your eyes dry.
I can see you, man.
Eye dryness. Ukiona msee anashinda kitupa maji kwa nini? Yeah, like I always say, like dem akienda kwa date na msee, I had to just keep splashing his eyes with the nail.
But at 45, do you need it yet?
No, you don't need it. You don't need it. Yeah. But I think it's the pressure of performance. You know,
but
sometimes you want... sisemi saizi. Mi nilitumia before nikuwe married. Understand? Like when you're hoeing around, umetandika huyu. Saa zingine huyu anakuja, you're not really there. You understand? But since you are FWBs, you want to make sure that she gets what she's come for. So you end up popping mtu pop tu kanusu na nimetekisimi peke yangu nachapa tu kanusu macho ina dry alafu uko fimbo ya nyayo yatuongoza kwenda wapi. Yeah, so it's some shit.
Yo, but now switching gears, man. I don't know if we touched on this last time, but of course, I'm not trying to add salt to maybe a wound that hasn't healed. The other Kibe,
Yes.
one Rapture the Scientist. You guys are still at odds.
Yeah, but I keep telling people that hopefully next year, 2026, we'll have two raw and uncuts, if it's up to me. So what I decided to do was to take a seat back.
So you haven't spoken?
Yes. Let him go through all his anger phases. And then I said, in 2026, I'll reach out. And when I reach out, it's going to be, can we do Run and Cut 5 and 6 this year? Because I think ile yake ilikuwa just, I keep saying, it's just about pride and him not actually understanding that I know him more than the next person. So when I know when he's joking, I know when he's not joking. Nacheki. And with that situation that brought tension, he was not joking. It was not jokes. It was too personal. Nacheki. So that's the reason why the tension ended up happening. And then people online, because people online influence people a lot, yes? So what were online were influenced to the level of I feel disrespected. But when we left that day, we were all laughing. Najua. Like, kila mtu alikuwa nacheka and we just went on in ways. Then, of course, if you go home and people tell you that you are disrespected, number one, and they tell you things like you're the only reason they watch the podcast, if you believe such nonsense, you'll believe it. So ilikuwa hivyo. Even till today, muchekaga sana. Like, I do that lemfi thing, yes? I don't know if it's going to, and I see someone in the comments go, mi siwezi andika code nini promo code iko nene andika promo code cheesy, and I'm there like, that's my boy. At the end of the day, if he's making money from it, good, but I still get enough people writing promo code iko nene, you understand? So it's not, there's enough for everyone. Like, there's enough for everyone. So it's one of those sad situations, because Run and Cut 5 was going to be fire. Like, I just knew that show was going to be really, and it's one thing that I'd still want to be interested in. I also felt, of course, some type of way, because for him to trust, number one, strangers online, and for him to trust the kid that he does the show with more than me. I've been there, man. I've been there. You understand? Like, there are people who you can look at and know that this person has been there for me. I'm the guy who, because Rapture arguably was the first Kenyan to do a stand-up. Proper stand-up. Yes. Not every... Who even broached the idea kwake ni mimi. Najua, I'm the guy who told him, Buddha, unsafanya this. So I've always been in his corner. So for him to feel some type of way, because I told him not to player hate, because to me that was player hating. Najua, like, I always clap for people. Like, I see people doing amazing things out here, man. Like, damn, this creative space has motherfuckers. You understand? Like, it has people doing crazy stuff, and all you can do is salute. Like, if you come to podcasting, I'd want to be level ya Obina. You understand? That's a good level. That's a comfortable level. That's a soft life level.
I was watching a clip of him talking about his attempted rape.
Where
he was almost raped. I think it was in high school. It came across my TikTok.
By a dude.
Crazy story, man.
Yes, by a dude. Alipatiana hiyo story pia Iko Nini.
No, I was watching it was a clip from Iko Nini, but someone else had clipped it.
Yes. I think where he was nearly, I think right nowadays they say graped. Yeah. So, but you see, when I look at him, when I look at Abel, I look at Butita, these are people like I aspire kufika.
What's Butita up to? Sorry, I'm not in that purview.
Butita, of course, like those shows, iko na nini? Like right now, he moved a show from YouTube to NTV. You know how crazy that is? So now show yake upremiaga on NTV, and then a week later it goes to YouTube. That's double the bag. And how many shows is he doing? I think
like a sitcom?
Yes.
Okay.
Into Anastoto. How do you watch Anastoto? It's very interesting, man. Very interesting. That dude is a writer. He's a very good writer. So when I look at such, and he runs SPM Buzz. SPM Buzz is a whole organization. Within SPM Buzz, kuna SPM Sports. Like they have an office, like a corporate office. What is
Tonio Kibbs part of SPM Sports?
Zizi. Tonio ni...
Oh. I thought I saw him.
Yeah, hata kalikuwa hapo ilikuwa kama nini. But when I look at these dudes, vile nasema, I look at akina the Jugushes of this world, I look at akina Phil, the director. These are people who you aspire kufika levels zao. Understand? Then when Saiki come to the music scene, ilikuwa ni when you look at Sauti Sol, nacheki. Like majuzi nimekaa chini na like their legal advisor. Na alikuwa ananiambia their legal counsel. Na alikuwa ananiambia they own Soul Group. And Soul Group has 7 companies within. Where Soulfest in itself is a company. Nacheki. So Soulfest is a company. Then you have Soul Generation. You have Soul Publishing. You have all this. When you look at it blows your mind. You're like, damn, these dudes. Unasikia budget ya Soulfest ni 60 million shillings. When did you think Kenyan artists would organize a concert where before they sell a single ticket,
Budget is 60, Mike. Wow.
Acheki. So when you look at all these people, you're supposed to be inspired and be like, you know what, I want to reach this level. And you're never supposed to join the side of the haters. You're the people who want to just downplay everything and be like, fuck it, hakuna kitu hapo, hakuna kuende. You know, that kihater spirit, that kihater energy, you should never be a part of it. Because I also feel like the more you clap for people, the more...
I think that shows even with, because I know you're not necessarily a Kibe agreeer, but you host him and you guys have an objective. In fact, I watched the episode on my flight back and it was hilarious. You guys he really gave a lot of pushback.
Yes.
In some cases, it made sense. In some cases, I think it was also just podcasting. You know?
Yes, just talking shit.
You guys are podcasting. It was dope. So what's your, where do you guys stand? Because although it was on a very light note, when he was here, you said you're a blue pill turning to red pill. He said you're in the middle.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Kibe. Mina Kibe tutai. I don't think we'll ever look at life the same because we've been on two very different journeys. Yes. So Kibe.
But there's a respect there, mutual.
Yes, there's a respect. Yes, like you. The business side, like this dude. I always say that even when I look at everyone else, even akina Rapture joining Iko Nini, was Ian joining Iko Nini, this was all courtesy of Kibe. At least if we maintained the original format of 2 episodes per week, there was no way it was going to be able to make someone dedicate their time and come up. So we had to take you, hey man, I'll be here all day, every day. You remember those days? Yes. When your nyanya is, I'll be here. So I took that and turned it into something. So there's always going to be that. I think conflict yetu na Kibe is always going to be the fact that I always feel that he feels his experience is all our experience. And life is very random. We are not all going on the same train.
Do you feel like sometimes he says what a lot of people are thinking, that are too scared to say?
There's that. But sometimes he just says the opposite shit. He loves being a contrarian.
Yeah.
Si wote tukienda hivi, like Kibe would not survive in Japan. Ushasikia ile story ya Japan. The first rule in Japan ni if you're walking left and you all of a sudden you see everyone going right, you're not supposed to ask. Go right. In Japan, it's rude to do the opposite thing. So kama kila mtu anaenda hivi, let's say we job yako ni huko, si ndio? Alafu one hivi and there's no single person anaenda hiyo side. Kila mtu anaenda hivi. Japanese culture is turn further.
I think Kibe is an enigma, and I think he was too ahead of his time for Kenyan society. Kenyan society wasn't ready for the full version of him. They wanted a certain, only the one they thought they could control. But instead of saying things that were too controversial,
Yes.
you know, people get scared. You talk about people's God. You talk about people's marriage. Marriage is people's identity. You talk about male-female dynamics, and if you talk about them in a true way that's supposed to be unspoken, you'll quickly find yourself in the wrong corner. But he's a survivor. Even the book, man, like a guy who will not ever give up, man. Like to actually
and it sold units.
It
He sold units.
I think it has actually, it has actually boosted him financially.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
and it takes grit to survive a cancellation. Like I said, I've never faced serious backlash, but you admittedly said it fucks your mental health. He's admittedly said it fucks, you know, it fucks with you, and the whole country or the whole internet space is congregating to put you down.
Yeah, it's messed up, man. It's messed up. And then you think about it, because kama juzi, I remember someone was, I got into some tweef, but he ilikuwa jokingly, with this dude called Kremlin. Kremlin is the guy who had videos of allegedly Kaluma akiwa Russia. The ones he shit himself.
Where he refused. For context, allegedly, Kaluma is what is an MP?
Yes, an MP.
He was accused of in Russia partaking of punani for sale, and then he refused to pay.
Yeah.
And then the pimps were like, "Okay, hold our beer." So they sent some men to do the same to him, and apparently there were stained bed sheets and all of that.
Yeah, shit stained.
Shit
So
stained.
allegedly.
All of this allegedly.
You know he's a top lawyer, so we have to put there allegedly. So this guy, I don't know what happened, but he comes at me. He's like, "Fuck your podcast and fuck everything." You know, like, but him, kumbe he was saying it jokingly, na mimi sikujua. Mimi na ujinga wangu nikamwambia like, "Damn, you should just focus on watching your shit videos from Russia." Because you know it stayed with that video for like 8 years.
When it came out.
What? The video?
The video.
He had a video, yeah.
No, the video came out.
No.
Oh, okay.
But he had, like, this guy had kept this video
Are
for
you
about
watching
8
a Kaluma
years.
shit stain video?
No, I'm not watching it. Like, he had...
Come on now.
There's this skiza.
Come on, man.
So, skiza. So now he does that. But him, we end up... So when I asked him that, I called, "Hey, bro, hey, tumeenda wapi huko?" So him was taking it jokingly. So that ends. But then later in the night, this other dude just starts coming at me. So it's a Saturday night. I'm chilling home. Niko alone. I'm not watching shit. Just chilling. Sindio? Then this other asshole comes at me. Like, "Oh, hey, fuck your podcast. Fuck what? I was like, damn. I don't know what I told him. Then he was like, "You see, you should take my advice and do 1, 2, 3 things." Then I was like, damn. I always remembered really shit. You never take advice from anyone you wouldn't switch positions with. So that's what I just told them.
But what's with people and advice, especially yesterday? I was at a meeting, very serious meeting, but now it was at a bar setting. So of course, guys are coming in drunk, and nowadays I get recognized.
Yes.
So there's this drunk guy who was insisting, "You guys, why don't you go the Christian route, you guy? How come you're not going the Christian route, you guy? Aren't you Christian, you guy?" So like the Christian
advising
route,
you to do Christian pods.
yeah, like
And
as he's drunk out of his mind, you guys. So like, okay, I posted a famous Christian. I had to go check out the Easter episode. In fact, we did 8 parts. Yeah, but you need, in fact, take my number. I need to advise you.
yeah. So people have advice. So kuna whom say, so I decided to just be an a-hole, and I told him, how would I take advice from you and I'd never switch positions with you? Or there are people you can switch positions with. So me, before I make like major moves, do you know I actually consult?
Who do you consult?
To? Like if it's a major, like what is it called, creative move. Do you know, like this is something they can confirm. Pia Bell, Nishapigia Butita, just to ask them like, "Yeah, I'm just about to do this. Do you think it makes sense?" Why? Because they've done it. Najua, when I look at Abel, I'm like, damn, this dude has done stuff I only dream about. When I look at Butita, I say, "Wewe hakuna kitu ushaifanya, alafu unani advice ka nani?" Half people will take it as disrespect, but I'm like, "You've never done it. I've done it. I've done shit. I've put myself out there." Because when you put yourself out there creatively, it's bullshit.
I love Abel.
Unazamka.
He always gives us our flowers, man.
Yes.
Always. I surprised. You know, he watches our shows consistently.
Yeah.
I get surprised once in a while. He just blast a comment. Just shouting it out. But I was curious. Is he being given a bag to be like the moral whip? Because I keep seeing clips of wase mnakunywa sana, wacheni bangi, you know, like, so is that just him?
See, I think that's just that him. He's just like a sober guy. That's what I'm saying, like he's a juice guy. And the fact that when I think about him, I don't think of any juice company. Do you know how long it took Major before Major got an alcoholic brand? So it's all a story for another day. Advertisers
he had been holding that tumbler all that time.
Hakuwa na mtu. Hakuwa na mtu. And you understand, like that's Major. Like kuna zile vitu ukisema Mwaf asi-advertise alcohol, it makes sense. Sindio? Because I don't drink. But Major, man. So but hizo ni story for another day. But niko nasema hivyo. There are those people where you've put them, like you know what they're able to achieve and what they've been able to achieve. So I always take such people seriously. So even with Kibe, kuna vitu zile Kibe akisema mwaga, like, damn, that makes sense.
I like what he told you about channeling your money back.
Yes.
Because that also challenged me, you know. And I want to move now to the trinkets you've been able to have from your show. Like, you're not believing, you know, you're living, even since I met you, 2 years? Bro, the growth has been crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think when you're walking in it, maybe you don't see the magnitude.
I see it.
So pouring back into the thing that you have control over, apart from like now those small YouTube shenanigans, you can still end up scaling way more than the secure route of stocks. Yeah, it will work. But imagine when you hear all those super stories of super successful people, bro, they just put it back in themselves.
Yes.
At the time, a lot of people were like, hey, bro, you're risking our stories are jabba. This is gonna crash and burn. So there you had a valid point, and it came out so naturally from him.
Yes, it made sense. And I'd say that during your time nilifanya nikafikiria because am I investing enough in, but you've been to my studio, so you've seen the growth. You've seen ilikuwa studio used to use a phone, now using cameras. Used to be in situations where stima ikipotea, I have to postpone shoots. I must stop a shoot. Now haijalishi kama stima iko ama haiko, I'll always shoot. Nacheki. Went from like an M1 to an M4 to a Mac Studio. So I always invest in it. Najua, that's something, because I know the more that I invest in this thing, the more that it's going to give back to me. So there's that. But kuna vitu alifanya nikafikiria like maybe I can scale up. Nacheki. Like one thing that has been messing with my mind is my live shows. When I watch Obina's live shows, and these are the things I was telling you that I call people. So I've been trying to make my live show better. So who did I call? Obina. I won't call that random guy on Twitter who's been talking shit and advising me. So I called Obina, and Obina was like, you know what, I'm going to connect you with this guy. And this guy just broke it down to me. You need kununua hii cable, need kununua this. So even that equipment is coming. So from January wasata kwa kiwatch live zangu zitakuwa hiyo quality ya Obina. You understand? So hiyo ni kitu, anajua nimedigress, but that's just to show people. Talk to people who've done something. Never talk to people who have ideas, and or the people who tell you they've copyrighted an idea. You can't copyright an idea. It's stupid. So
what about the before we get to the trinkets, what about the access? The reason I asked about access is I think because of the pod and of course of my day job, I've flown Sonko the other day, came straight in the cockpit. Babu.
Shit,
then
Sonko.
Babu on ground even called me personally. Say, bro, go top, because I made sure I do a crazy landing, like soft, extremely soft. And then I made sure my PAs in flight were not generic. I gave a PA of a lifetime, because I'm like, this guy. Sometimes I wonder, these are guys who are in line, or rather will be at the periphery, or sometimes maybe even inside power.
Yes.
In the future. These are good people to know, man. How do you, because it's a byproduct of what we do. It's not the main thing. But how do you ever recognize that we have access to different kind of people?
Yes, I think when I did the interview at Kalonzo and I was going through the comments, it's like, damn.
This guy was a VP.
Yes, this guy was the deputy president, Nacheki. And the fact that right now, if you had to ask me if I'll ever have a pod with Ruto or not, and I'll tell you I don't know. Because there's a possibility I can.
And it might not even
see,
be,
that's
it
crazy.
might not even be, for someone like you especially, it might not even be your choice.
Yes.
It might be a press run he has to do.
Yeah.
And bro, when they call you, think you'll be like, no. In principle.
You ni wajinga wale. Those are the sort of dudes, the ones that tell you that money is not everything. I've always tell people money is not everything, but everything makes me want it.
We were arguing with Sajid about that yesterday on phone.
Yeah.
The other day I met someone who's very wealthy. We were having lunch, extremely wealthy, and they were trying, someone who's in their 60s. They was trying to tell me how, money is not everything. Like, me right now I work, but I don't need money. My money works for me. Everything, anything I want to do, I can do. And I've just realized, for me, Eric, the things that are important,
family.
So I'm like, you have to climb that hill to get that perspective.
Yeah.
You have to first get the money for it to be like, and money isn't everything. And he was like, you right now you need money.
Yeah.
I tried to pay the bill for lunch. It's like, please, you guys, like, you peasant. And like, so that perspective, of course. So I was having that conversation with Sajid yesterday about money, because sometimes philosophically we disagree. I tell him, you also have to appreciate the now.
Yes,
we're trying to get this money. We have all these dreams and aspirations, but don't forget to also enjoy the moment, bro. Take a moment to enjoy like the growth you've experienced.
Yes,
even in the last year, the money will come in by any standards, any metric you want to use. Sajid is doing better than 98% of Kenyan society.
Yes.
So I was like, don't get also lost in the chase. Yeah, money is amazing. We love it, but also don't get lost. So there's a balance.
Yeah, there's a tricky balance. So
speaking of trinkets,
yeah,
I saw what you were driven in. I saw what you were driven in. I can see here, man. So talk about that, man. Your show has, that's amazing, especially in our context, that you've built a digital online platform that has afforded you a trinket like that. How does that feel when you're making the payment for that and it's all on the strength of Iko Nini?
It's
Iko Nini.
It's some scary shit. It's one of those, because considering that, if I'm to be honest, to a certain level it was, what is it called? Impulse. To a certain level. Impulse.
You know,
in that
balling when it's impulse buying sports cars.
It was impulse to the level of, before to find the show with Kibe, it's not something that I thought about it. I was like, you know what, it's high time that I got this thing, that I should not be...
Got tired of Ubers.
Yes. Kuna hiyo, alafu niko nakaa chini naangalia mu spend how much on Uber. Najua because I go to the gym like every, saizi niko naenda 4 days a week. So 4 days a week. The only thing ni watu watashindwa kwa nini ni because I don't fuata diet, but at least nikiangalia body yangu fat is reduced. Yes, so the fat has reduced, blah blah blah. So now Kibe shows up, and Kibe is there like, invest in yourself. And I was like, image is part of the investment.
Absolutely.
So because image is part of the investment, I was like, instead of maybe it's finally time to just buy something that fits that econ. So yeah, that's
so.
How
once you got it, how did you feel?
Yeah, felt nice, man. I would lie to you. Najua kuna time tulikuwa na nani na what's his name? We were with Charisma, and Charisma was saying that sometimes you can have a car that makes you just want to drive it. So muaga na hizo feelings like okay, so leo tunaenda wapi?
and
so just have fun.
And you'll also recognize that there's even some responsibility that comes with even having such a car. Even your morals will be put in question because of the access. I'm telling you.
So kitu funny na
when you least expect it.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes.
You'll be wondering, Allah.
So kitu funny na mimi, that's the one thing that I never thought I'd be able to get rid of. You're like random ngono urges. Those ones I don't have nowadays. Like I'm that disciplined. Like I just want to get into.
Is it because you watch porn?
I don't know. Maybe because
the reason I'm saying to that, man, I'm not trying to put you on blast. I've heard you talk about it on your show publicly. So that your private conversation I've brought to public. And I've always wondered, does your daughter watch your show? You're not scared of asking that, talking about Mangwati?
Kuna time ine nani, my whatever wife always pulls that shit. Like, one day she'll watch. But then I'm like, if Snoop's kids can survive doggy style, they can survive their dad having done doggy style. It's just one of those.
Johnny Sins is a father.
Yeah, Johnny Sins was a father.
No, I
shit. Yeah, I was like, yeah. So I don't.
Many, man.
I don't worry about that. I think with everything.
If you know Johnny Sins, you're watching what? So
no, if you know Johnny Sins, you're a sinner. Yeah. So it's maybe sijali juu ya access ya girls because it's not in my radar right now. Like I'm so laser focused on pushing success to the next level and trying to trying to find the next level.
So I just cancel your, because I was planning for the Colombia Thailand trip that's coming here. Let's remove your name off the list.
Yeah, because I'm the sort of dude like.
Because what are we doing? I was asking my friend the other day, and of course we've been talking about a guy's trip.
Yes.
Sajid is now married. Married.
Yes.
How are we justifying Thailand?
Unless maybe my wife tumeenda now, then I could not.
You guys, but that's like doing the burger to steers, you guys. Like.
Yeah. I love because Thailand is the last place you want to do that.
But on
Thailand, I went to my friend to Bangkok, and the last thing that I heard him say was, "It's a boy." And then they were on the next flight back.
But it was in a real sense. The answer I came to is, and I was telling Saj, for real, like if we do have a guys trip, unfortunately, it's gonna have to be like a wholesome trip. You get like we're going to stay tour and we're actually touring, and maybe we go shoot guns, stuff like that. Like if we're actually being proper guys, Thailand is not on that mix. Colombia is not on that. What am I doing in Colombia? If I'm not,
Colombia, you can be.
If I'm not snoring lines or banging hoes, what am I doing?
You can't be. Because me nafikiria sana 2026 kwenda World Cup. Where, like when is your yes?
How much time do you need for that? Like 10 days?
Yeah, World Cup.
Yeah,
I'm trying to save up for it like for a whole month. So it's tricky.
You know the problem with me, I like the reason I did 10 days Cape Town, 3 to 4 of those, 3 of those were just pure R&R, like just chilling. Most you did was go to the mall in the evening and, relaxing. I don't like trips with too much on the move.
Yes.
World Cup sounds like it's a lot of on the move.
Me, by World Cup, I just mean I want to be in the environment, I want to be in the country. So if I'm in this city and there's a match happening, kama nezaenda kani kitu neza afford, especially za African kusho zitakuwa affordable, hizo nezaenda.
So you put me as a digital consultant.
I just want to be in that environment.
When the minister give you those passes,
I doubt. Mi ati minister tunapatia passes.
You don't think so?
You ni zile tu nikifanya, it's like it's personal, it's Iko Nini. Like even last time when I went ilikuwa ni Gaido, Mwafreeka was paid, Ruto paid for his American trip. No one paid for my American trip.
I saw Gaido trying to say Jirongo was killed.
Yeah, people are full of shit.
And I'm like, guys, I'm a conspiracy guy, but guys.
He was on the wrong.
Literally. A guy driving wrong side, and RIP to family, I know, sad. But a guy driving wrong side cannot be a murder.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side.
Unless the gun took control. Like, come on.
Yeah. Alafu unajua. So now the debate ended up being, would he have survived in a Volvo? Because I think he would have survived.
Me, I was disappointed, and it's going to sound so vain that...
Benz.
Yeah, yes, we have the same car. You've touched billions. Like, I was disappointed that those are the wheels you're rolling with. And then also, I was disappointed that he didn't have a driver, man.
He doesn't have a driver. Like, kwa podcast yangu nishaipatenaga story of seeing him kwa traffic jam in a orange Range Rover. He always drives himself. I think it's just the sort of people who love driving. It's like Uhuru. Uhuru anapenda sana kudrive.
Huda shouted him out, though. She said, alimtoa block.
Oh, super nice.
Yeah, she's like, this guy to add me block, and she's like, for real. So you can imagine when those notes were there, and these guys were probably having fun. You can imagine they probably bought these girls houses and apartments. Bro, when that guy had money, I don't think you ever thought about it.
Yeah.
Mwaf, it's one thing to have money. It's one thing to have money to the point you've caused inflation. To the point people are baptizing a note after you.
Yes.
Because you have so many of these. And you've introduced it to bro, this guy had...
Wachiketi vile limesi inflation yetu.
Yeah.
Inflation ilienda 100%. Yeah. Alafu after some point it went back to like 65.7. 65.4. That's how much he messed up the inflation. But it was bullshit for people to say that he was killed. Hiyo ilikuwa zile za... I think Kenyans wako stuck kwa hiyo kitu where everything, Ruto has to be the villain. Nacheki. And I'm there telling people it doesn't work that way. Even historia, because you hate Ruto, you assume he's going to be one term. Life doesn't work that way. This dude might end up being second term without even rigging.
Or third term.
Yeah, without even rigging. As a third term, see. Yeah. But anaeza up akipata hiyo second term. And you realizing that means you won't underestimate him. But the fact that you go and you speak to 2 of your friends and you both hate him, ama the 3 of you mnamchukia, alafu you assume that's how life works. See, because there are people who are also thriving kwa hiyo economy yake, sinajua. So wale watu wana supply simiti aujui akikam to like if he actually implements all these roads that he was saying. Umeona hiyo junction, why you see that it's some shit and he did it in such a short time. So because niko karibu kumalizwa, sindio?
I keep seeing pictures online of it.
Ukaribu kuja kumalizwa. So when you see all these things, you're there like there's no guarantee that things might go the way I want them to go. And yeah, that's just the way life is. hakunaga guarantees.
As we land the plane, back to my previous question, where do you want to go specifically, leave alone what's happening, like a World Cup or whatever, like which country you feel like, man, I want to go?
Country? Oh, damn. I need another Schengen visa.
Where you trying to go in Europe?
Because I want to see as most hizo countries as possible. I want to take that train ride. There's kuna nini fulani niliona. Sijui kama, is Switzerland part of Schengen, no?
It should be.
But I saw a certain like train scene, eh?
The scenery.
Like the scenery, it was so crazy.
It looks like a picture, eh?
Yeah, your train image iko tu na full of glass so that you can see the scenery. Afu iko imeandikwa yani zina kwa nikijoke na wife gembe wife like I'd want to go on this trip because I'm sure white people they are looking at me strange like ile wanatuangalia watu wametoka wapi, lazima ikuwe tu drug dealers or something like that. So
but fun enough, Europeans, especially Scandinavians, in fact, it has ended up being a shortcoming, are the most welcoming people, bro. They are there. Have you ever met Swedes?
Yeah.
Their girls are famous, bro. Like, they're very accommodating, very friendly. Bro,
very accommodating. Check it.
To the point...
They're very accommodating. Eh? Oh, okay. I didn't know.
To the point of... I mean, look what happened with immigration because they were like, let them in. So that culture of that's Eastern Europe, Russia, and parts of America. I think for looking at blacks in that kind of.
But you ikikam to you nini because it's a debate that I've been having. I think with them letting in immigrants, mostly from Africa, sisi inajua tunaendaga huko and we assimilate. We actually even stop being corrupt. But kile waga fun is letting in the ones from the Arab world because they never assimilate. They come and they want to impose their culture, which I always find to be weird because your culture led to war. Kuja hii country.
What do you think of Trump in Somalia? What is espousing?
To a certain level, I understand.
To like a 90% level.
Yes. Naelewa because this lack of assimilation fucks with me. It fucks with me. There's no way you're coming to my house.
And then you can't I can't come to you. Let's say I'm your cousin, Mwaf. I need your help. Mwaf, host me for like 4 months. I come. Then I'm the one who's borrowing from YouTube for fair. But I have a superiority complex that you're beneath me.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
That superiority complex ndio shida. Na inakuwaga kwa wingi sana ile. And it's the superiority complex of I'm superior to you because I worship a superior God. Nacheki. And hiyo ni yako. Alafu kitu best up about it is when you look at the stats is Muslim countries don't take Muslim refugees. And that's the most fucked up thing. That's the most like... you understand? Like that's Saudi Arabia. Haichukuagi mtu yote. Afu yoga Saudi Arabia is the one country in the world where there is no single church. Eh? You know that?
Oh, there's no church in Saudi?
No single church. Yes. Alafu...
Even in Riyadh?
Hakunaga. That's why it's weird that the same people are now in a Western world and try to impose their religion. And the most... like Islamic country does not tolerate any other. And don't forget, Christianity is not as disruptive as, because Nini disrupts everything. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you are, the way even what you eat. With Christianity, you can eat anything. Kula. Yeah, like you can. So it's weird. So it's a tricky balance between whatever and just assimilate. If you can't assimilate, that's not your society. Because mufrayaga kwenda those countries and to see the most weird stuff. Ilotona someone who's barely fully clothed. Then you'll see someone who's super clothed. Like, hizo ultimate freedoms are the Western world. I appreciate them and I respect them.
We love freedom.
Yes.
What can we expect, now the last question, what can we expect from Iko Nini conglomerate in 2026?
Hopefully sitting down with enough politicians. I really want to get rid of Ndinjoro. Ndinjoro, I always find that it's going to be an interesting conversation because I find him to be the typical Kenyan politician, the one who's against something when it's against them.
Yeah, like Gladys as well. I was really following her story. Then the last one you did to me just sounded like a bitter ex. And I was like,
You see, so nini? Unasema Uruba ma? Uruba. Oh, Gloria. Okay.
Oh, Gloria. Sorry, not Gladys. Sorry.
Kunashidwa Wanga. Okay.
Gloria,
so yeah, but na hope but Dindi, because Dindi is the guy who was asking Uhuru to be a dictator. And right now he's crying about Ruto being a dictator. Always like, you can't have it both ways. You have it one way or
as
another.
well.
Yeah, so hopefully Waminyoro niko nimeambiwa inaweza organiziwa, so hopefully we'll get Waminyoro. So yeah, next year
Obina
I'm
was saying you
hoping.
need to charge these guys.
Yes, I think that's from 2027. No, 2027 tuna charge bana, lazima tutafute real estate.
And these guys, bro, the wave that's coming, you guys wait for an avalanche because from what they spent these funny by-elections, bro, you can imagine a nationwide election. These guys are gonna splurge. On that note, we're gonna stop it there, man. Thank you for making time, man. Always a fun time catching up, man.
Saa pia wewe
think I owe you a visit.
tunakuinvite hiyo side. I think ilikuwa ni majuzi, kuna mtu aliniandikia kwa comment, kwani mlikosana EOTWE anarudi lini? So mwambie hatujakosana.
Hatujakosana.
Unajua watu waganaza ovyo. People always think people are just out here fighting like God.
I definitely owe you guys a visit, man. I'll make time either this week or next week. Probably the other week. This week is a bit busy. Of course, it's been an amazing episode. If you're still watching right now and you haven't subscribed, that means you've watched the whole episode.
Hata kwa mtiaji.
Like, subscribe. We also have a membership, man. It's $1 a month. Feel free to join. Please join. You get episodes earlier. Of course, more packs will develop as we go. Thank you so much for making time again. Mwaf, Ever Time with Eric. Mwaf, Iko Nini. That's a wrap.
Eko nani.
Asante.